Hey everyone, welcome to this 10-minute teach. It's going to take about 10 minutes where I want to show you, it's called Two Tales of Three Different Spheres. Creepy. I want to show you exactly what you need to do to use Facebook to generate loads of real estate business in 2021 without buying any ads. If you're watching this live right now, could you just type live in the comments and give me a thumbs up? And if you're watching this on replay later, could you type replay in the comments and give me a heart? Give me a heart. That'd be great. Hey, I want to show you exactly what you need to do to get loads of business from Facebook without ads in 2021. We've got 190 people using these methods. Some of them made over $100,000 plus just with Facebook and in real estate. So excited to tell you this. Can I share some slides now? Two tales of three spheres. All right, okay, let's dive in to the story here. So three spheres. What are we going to look at here? Well, we have circle one, sphere one. We have sphere two, and we have sphere three. And you can see there is some overlap here. 1, 2, and 3. Let's jump in and look at the first sphere, the first tail. So you can see here a circle. Now this sphere represents your Facebook friend list, your Facebook sphere of influence, all the people that you're connected to. And I'm going to ask you some questions about it. We're going to look at how it might be now and compare it to how it will be later or how it could be by the end of 2021. So for many people, their friends list is kind of disparate. What do I mean by that? It's a hodgepodge of people all gathered together for no particular reason other than they know you, and there's no strong connection between the members of your sphere other than you. For other people, their Facebook friend list is very small, not very many local people there. Hard to grow a real estate business with a sphere that's small. 3, it's kind of misaligned. It doesn't suit your business goals or your life goals or your desire to impact people, because these people are all over the place in the world, geography, values-wise, etc. They're not a group of your ideal clients and ideal referral partners. So which one of these 3 things do you most relate to when you think of your Facebook friend list as it is now? Put in the comments. 1, disparate. 2, small. Or 3, it's misaligned. It's full of people that don't really live in my community. Maybe too many realtors. Pop that in the comments, right? Okay. The problem with this kind of Facebook sphere, as you put it in, a big problem. They like to say, if you're not growing, you are dying. And so if your Facebook sphere, doesn't matter how well you nurture it, they're not new people coming in, new energy, new blood, new genes, then it's dying. It's not growing. And that's a symptom of an unhealthy sphere. But it doesn't have to stay that way. Your goal can be to change this in 2020. What if your Facebook sphere was like this? What if it was not dying, but thriving? What if instead of being disparate, it was inclusive? Like everybody belonged for a strong reason. They're all local. They're all passionate. They're all entrepreneurs. They all share the same faith, the same passions, the same values. Whatever it is, they're together for a reason. What if instead of being small, it was very large? You could have 5,000 people in your local community connected to you on Facebook who think you're awesome and are telling everybody else in the community about you. You never need to buy another ad, right? What if instead of being misaligned, it was aligned, that all the people who you're connected to had the ability to refer you or use your services, or as many as possible? We're always going to have that drunk uncle who doesn't belong, right? Where do you want to be? Dying or thriving? You're watching this on Facebook, so you clearly got a Facebook account. Thriving, right? Pop that in the comments. Thriving, thriving, thriving. Yes, that's where you want to be. All right. So we're talking about the two tails of 3 spheres. And the first tail, we looked at sphere 1. Now we're going to look at sphere 2. Sphere 1 here was you having a thriving Facebook sphere, packed full of people that you love. Let's look at the second sphere. Weirdly enough, the second sphere where we're going to talk about is actually what happens inside the sphere. What happens between the members? What happens on your Facebook profile? What kind of energy exists? And so for many people, their Facebook profile, when you think of all the engagement or lack of it, is kind of lonely. For others, it's a little bit catty. Like there's just a lot of superficial arguing and crap going on, right? And for others still, it's just unremarkable. There's nothing unique or different about it. This looks like everybody else's. Which of those three things, if I were to look at your Facebook friend list, your Facebook profile, pardon me, would you be? Put it in the comments. Are you lonely? Tending to loneliness? A little bit catty, like lots of engagement, but just superficial stuff? A bit immature or juvenile? Or is it just unremarkable? Yeah, lots of unremarkables. I thought that might be the case. The truth is, if your Facebook presence is like this, it's really not fun for you. And if it's not fun for you, it's not fun for anyone. All right, so instead of it being there, what we want to do is we want to change it in 2021 in this second sphere. We want it to be energizing, life-giving. So instead of being lonely, this is what we want. We want it to be connected. We want it to be a place of connection and engagement. By the way, we get people to 100 comments very fast. I've had 1,000 comments on a couple of my posts this year. We go from being catty or superficial or light to being meaningful, to being values driven, to adding value to people's lives. And we go from being unremarkable to being truly remarkable. The kind of presence that people long to look at, the content they wait for, strong, powerful, valuable content. That's what we want. So we talked about the first sphere, having a thriving Facebook sphere. We talked about the second sphere. This is where it's energizing and meaningful in the content. Now the third thing we want to talk about here, the third sphere, what comes out of Facebook for you. What are the real life benefits that emanate out for you? Because too often, it's kind of false. There's a lot of attention and stuff happening online, but it doesn't get you business. It doesn't allow you to make a significant impact, and it doesn't generate conversations, and it doesn't get you referrals. So it's kind of false. Even though it feels good, nothing really happens. It's also very time consuming. A lot of people spending 2-3 hours a day on Facebook getting no real estate business from it. That has to stop. And then third, you're kind of a slave to it because it doesn't give you anything. You're just engaged, hoping to get something from it. Which one of those do you relate to? Do you feel like your Facebook presence is kind of false in that it doesn't get you benefits? Do you think it's just time consuming? Or do you think you tend to be a bit of a slave to it? Oh, some slaves. Okay, if it's this way here, it's kind of stealing from your life and stealing from your business. The thing that it's stealing mostly is time, which is the most valuable commodity you'll ever have. Well, it doesn't have to be that way. The tale you could tell about your Facebook profile in 2021 is it could shift from being false. It could shift from being something that steals to something that gives. And that's what we want. So instead of being false, we can get tangible benefits, conversations, money, referrals, clients, whatever it is you need. Jay Andrew in our training spent 43 minutes in chat with one person from his Facebook profile last week. Guess what? $50,000 worth of real estate commission to him from that one conversation. Tangible results. Instead of being time consuming, it can be scalable. You do a little bit, you get more and more results the more you do. And instead of being a slave, your Facebook profile can serve you in 2021. That's what I want for you. I want it to serve you more than we could ever possibly imagine. So this is the tale of the three spheres. One, the first tale, thriving Facebook sphere, energizing and meaningful sphere. And it gives you real life benefits. That's what we want for you. Remember, I said 2 tails of 3 spheres. There's 2 possibilities for you as you go into 2021. Which tail will you tell? Pardon me. This is the bad tail. And you can see here it says, this will never work. Get off Facebook now, right? Because we have a Facebook sphere that is disparate, small, and misaligned. Just a bunch of people you're connected to that will never really help you out. And then we have another, and it's dying, right? Then we have another sphere that what's happening on your profile is kind of lonely, not much engagement. When it does happen, it's kind of catty or argumentative, and it's just unremarkable, and it's not fun. And here, when we talk about real life benefits, well, it's false. There's some attention maybe, but it doesn't get you business. It's very time consuming. And you feel like a bit of a slave to it. And it's stealing from you. So if something is dying in your marketing, if it is not fun, and if it is stealing the most valuable commodity of all from you, which is time, it will never work. And you should stop it. You should get off Facebook. If that's the tale you're going to tell, don't live this tale. However, there is a good tale that you can tell. And this is a tale I want you to tell. This tale revolves around you having a Facebook sphere that's thriving, that's inclusive, large, aligned. And when people are on there, it's energizing for you. They're connected. It's meaningful. And it's remarkable. Other people are talking about it in your community all the time. That's what happens inside your Facebook sphere. And over here, there are real life benefits. It's giving to you every day. Tangible things, business, relationships, referrals. It's scalable and it serves you. Here's the thing. There are really not 3 spheres. There is but one. Only one. This is what we want to see happen for you in 2021. This. I want you to have a Facebook presence that's thriving, that's energizing and meaningful to members of your community, and that gives you and others so much back. It's your Facebook profile in 2021. That's what I want from you. Look, if you want to join our pilot program, if you're not already a member, then you should jump on and do it. We kick off next week. Can't wait to help you. Just put pilot program in the comments below and I'll get you all the information you need. You rock. The 2 tails of 3 spheres is actually, can be 1 tail of 1 sphere, which is you succeeding with Facebook in 2021 and massively growing your real estate business. Excited to help you. Have a great new year. We'll talk to you all soon.